He's like,
it's disturbing.
Tell my sister to take this down. Everyone thinks it's me.
I love how hot you came into this.
I think it's disturbing, and I can't see a scenario where they're not the asshole. Vibing and thriving. Vibing and thriving. I'm excited now.
This episode of We Are New is brought to you by SLUTT PUTT, the only strip club and miniature golf course in Los Angeles. Go to slutputt.com and use keyword We Are New for 20% off your reservation this weekend or any weekend. That's SLUTT PUTT, the windmills, and you don't want to miss it.
You know what I'm going to do just for my mood so I'm feeling better? I'm going to watch some kids get hurt real quick.
Great.
Have you seen this, Kyle?
What?
The kids getting hurt. Do you know about this Instagram? I don't really have this set up to like show it to you, but either way, I'll show it to you afterwards. It's my fucking new favorite thing. It makes me so happy.
What's it called?
It's an Instagram called Kids Getting Hurt.
Okay.
Like at Kids Getting Hurt is the name of it.
I think I've heard of it. Like my brother sends me random memes all the time.
Dude, it's fucking gold. It's
I'm positive he sent me something from
there's
that account
so
before.
like it's all kids that are almost always under 10, like just falling down, getting smacked in the face, like with like one of my favorites is little kids, like really little kids in mirror mazes, like at the carnival.
Oh yeah,
and they're just like running full force into the mirror, and they go bam, and they smack into it. It's fucking great. It's usually, and it's one of those accounts that's like visually it's okay, but if you have the sound on, oh my god, dude, like the smack of their like face on the ground, and then the ones where they like get hurt, and then it's immediately like you'll see them be like bam. And then you hear the fucking wail start to come in, and that's usually exactly when they clip it. It's like fucking comedy genius, dude.
Can we talk about how that's the thing that cheers you up?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not like trying to be funny. It legit cheers me up. I've been in bad moods.
Yeah.
And then I watch it. I'm gonna do it right now. There's one where this kid sees a sprinkler, like one of those like sprinklers, but it's like in one place and just kind of going pretty hard. And he like runs up to it like water, like I'm at the water park, and it hits him in the face and it's too hard. And he's like, like, and it starts screaming.
Oh my god.
And just knocks him down.
You can at least hear it.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh my god.
He just is like immediate regret. He like thought it was gonna be fun. Oh, and it's not.
I don't love that.
You don't love that for me? You see how happy I just got? I was kind of not in a great mood until just now.
Seeing this child suffer.
Oh my god.
I'm definitely conflicted.
You know what? It's weird too, because I'm not typically like a Schadenfreude kind of like, I'm not one of those people who's like, yay, other people's pain.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I don't like injury videos and stuff like that, especially if it's like, this sounds even worse, but like, I don't like videos where people's like arms go the wrong way, or they're like working out, pumping iron, and they like falls on them. I'm like, I get anxious and uncomfortable, but there's something about the fact that I know that most little kids are like super malleable and they bounce right back, and the kid screaming about the fucking sprinkler in his face, like he's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about him being seriously hurt. And if I'm worried about them actually, like if they fall off like a scooter, they have like a razor scooter and they run and their face hits the pavement, I'm like, okay, that's not, and not everyone on this account is fun. Sometimes it's like, okay, wow. But the ones where it's like, they're going to be fine and they just got smacked and then they start screaming.
Yeah. If it's a sprinkler, like we've all had run-ins with the
sprinkler's not going to take
before.
his nose off his face. He's going to be fine.
No, that's the goofy uncle.
I just want you to hear the audio of this one. It's my favorite thing. It's a kid on one of those like it's like a giant wooden slide where you get on like a
wooden slide already sounds awful.
It's like a hill. Like, yeah, have you ever seen like a snow hill where people get on inner tubes and they all go down? This is like that,
I've
except
done that.
except instead of snow, it's made of like polished wood. So it's such a fucking terrible idea for a ride. It's begging for a problem. But the kids all get on like little blankets that are all so fuzzy and slick, and then they ride the little blanket thing down the hill. And this,
okay,
yeah. And you'd think it would be totally fine, but this one kid, now I'm not going to be able to find it, but the audio of it, I go back and find it all the time and like watch it again.
Is it one of those ones at the fair where it's like really like wavy as you go down?
Not really. It's kind of one long hill, but he gets almost to the very bottom of it, and he just goes face plant, just like in his face, just smacks into it, and the fucking audio, like of his wail that comes on right after it. Oh my god, dude!
It's not even it's not even
it?
like the act or the video that really gets to you. It's the screams of agony.
It's the audio
that really makes you happy.
It reminds me of when I lost my 2 front teeth. Because
wait, what?
Yeah, so I knocked my
baby teeth.
Yeah, for sure.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling. This is it.
Yeah, we're in the show right now. But I really wanted to find this one for Kyle. But it's like I went way too far back. But it's like, first of all, it's very telling when you go to this account because you see all of your friends that follow this account and you're like, I knew you were fucking not so straight. I knew there was something twisted about you.
Except for you. Let me look.
I bet you do. I bet you know somebody and you're like, oh my God, she's a social worker.
All
she
right,
watches all these kids fall down.
I guarantee I know who's already following this.
It's okay. So the story about how I lost my 2 front teeth.
I just wrote in kids in the search bar, and it was the second thing to pop up.
Dude, it has over 4 million
That's
followers.
all I typed in.
It's not like some brand new account.
My brother follows this account. He's absolutely sent me videos from this before.
I know 22 people who follow this account.
And
I
my
told
sister?
you. Out them right
Interesting.
now on the show. Tell everybody about your friends that follow these like kids getting hurt. Yes, I found it. Listen, Kyle, listen to this.
Okay. Just the audio.
We. And you know that's the beginning of like an 8-minute cry.
It just went on forever.
Smack.
There's been a thing that's happened.
I didn't even like that. I've been so obsessed with it. I've watched it so many times. I didn't even like it. Save. I'm going to put it in my save collection.
There's been a thing in like recent years on the internet that's been kind of a trending It's cutoff screams, and I find it gets me every time. I don't know why. That's
awesome.
But if it's done right too, with the build up, and you're expecting something crazy to happen, and then it finally does, and it just cuts off right in like mid scream. Yeah, it just makes me laugh.
It's so fun. It's so funny. Like there's something really funny and startling about like someone starting to scream or cry in a really big way that comes out of nowhere, and then it cuts before they get anywhere with it.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. They used to do it on Arrested Development all the time. Like there's a moment where Michael Cera gets broken up with by his girlfriend. And
I've seen. Yeah.
And he's like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, I think we should break up." And he goes, "Oh, yeah." And then it like cuts immediately before he gets. See, you're laughing.
Yeah.
You don't
but
laugh,
I'm not following kids getting hurt.
I'll keep showing them to you. You don't have to follow it.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I'll just be like, "Babe, a puppy,"
already.
and you'll be like, "What is it?" And then smack. You'll get a nice dose of it.
I'll know the second I see the video.
You say that, but if there's also a puppy in the video, you don't know what's going to happen.
That's going to be a find. Good luck.
There are some with like puppies running around. One of my favorite ones is when like a toddler's going through it. There's a few of these. The toddler's like going through a yard, and then all of a sudden the video goes to slow-mo, and like a fast low dog will like bolt by the kid and the kid just gets like upside down from the fucking dog getting underneath him.
Can we talk about the parents who are filming this content?
A lot of times in the caption, it'll be like, "Dad texted us, he's fine." Like,
oh
they'll be
my
like telling
gosh. I'm so conflicted.
My favorites too. Another one of my favorites is when the parents are there and because I always feel like, and I've watched this happen a lot, my dad and my mom had very differing views on what to do when I got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
My mom would always want to rush in, and my dad was very like, let's assess and see how hurt he got. Maybe he just needs to deal with this shit on his own, which is the right approach in my opinion. And there's a lot of great moments where these kids, they just like bonk their head or they get smacked around just for a second. They're fine, but they're freaked out because they're like, what just happened to me? Which is totally legit. But you'll see a mom go like, hurt your head? Like, so she doesn't rush in. She's like, yeah.
Did you fall?
What you just did. You did a dumb thing. Yeah, you fell down, didn't you? Yeah. Don't put your fingers in there. That's not smart. Don't do that. No, instead of like, oh my God, you poor victim. They're like, you did that.
But that is, I agree that, I mean, maybe not across the board the right approach, but for the most part, I agree that it's best to just kind of not necessarily ignore it. But I've been in a lot of situations where I've seen a kid like fall down, get hurt, where there's nobody else around, and kind of just like seeing it from a distance. And if you watch a kid that gets hurt when nobody's around, they just fucking get up.
Yeah,
they brush it
like
off.
Soccer players,
and they keep
if
going.
They realize they're not on camera, they're like, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. They're
but
just
if there's 3 cameras pointed at them, they're
ground.
like, my leg.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But as soon as a kid, especially if they're like really young, as soon as a kid sees an adult freak out,
that's how they know how to react.
It freaks them out.
Exactly.
So they're not freaking out about getting hurt. They're freaking out because the adult, the person that like sets the guideline of how they're supposed to act, like you said, is freaking out. So that's
you're instructing them on whether or not, and I really do. I think it's the right method to give it a second. If they're bleeding, if something's dislocated, if it's like, okay, we got to take this kid to the hospital, for sure. Like rush in and scoop them up and be like this. And that teaches them when you see something like you're bleeding down your chest, take action. It's okay to be upset.
Yeah. And there's a way to tell too, because when the kid, well, yes, if there's no blood though, if the kid gets hurt and if their first thing is to look around.
Yep. If they're looking around, they're fine.
Or just be like, you're fine, you're good. But I mean, if they just immediately start screaming, then you know that like it's serious. Go tend to them. But yeah, as soon as they start looking around for a reaction, just you're good.
Social worker,
keep playing.
Thoughts on this?
Keep doing it. Yeah, right. Yeah, we're the
for
experts
real. I'm
here.
asking you, like, what do you like? We don't have kids, and I know you don't specialize necessarily in children, but you've been doing a lot of study on kids. You've been having kid clients and stuff like that. Like, what do you think? Like, is that the right way to go? Like, let them be in their own world, especially if they made a mistake. They ran headfirst into the cabinet. Like,
yeah.
If you rush into them, you're teaching them that they're a victim in the world. When it's like you ran into the cabinet.
Yeah, I definitely think like kids need to learn, like not to do that thing again, to get hurt again.
Right. The pain will teach them that.
Yeah, but I also have a little bit of judgment of parents who are filming their kids that are about to get hurt.
Yeah, but I don't think and if you watch most of these, they happen in a split second. They were just filming their kid. The kid's in the yard playing, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's in the fire."
They're not anticipating an injury.
Yeah, exactly. They just happen to capture it because it's like, yeah, I think if you see your kid running towards a bunch of knives, you don't just get your camera out.
If you keep filming and don't,
sure, like it's one thing to film it, like accidental circumstance, and you share it to your family, and you're like, "Haha, funny." But like posting it on the internet, creating viral moments for that.
Bringing me joy.
Bringing you joy, sure. But for me, it's like, I don't know. I have conflicted feelings about it. So of course, I want you to be happy if that's what makes you happy.
Thank you.
Children in pain.
That's my conflict.
It's not their pain. It's the wail.
Yeah,
It's the
I know.
scream that I like. And it's not because I'm happy that they're in pain. I really can't even explain why it makes me happy.
It's just funny. Yeah.
Should we start the show?
We should start the show. Yeah, I was just going to say.
Welcome back, everybody.
Vibin' and thriving, vibin' and thriving, vibin' and thriving, vibin' and thriving. I'm excited now.
Fuck that. Suck that. Fuck that. Suck that. I'm like running into the cabinets. Fuck that. Suck that. Don't do that. Fucking nuts. These kids. Fucking nuts. They're like, oh, let me touch this horse in the mouth. Oh, don't do that. Oh, I was going to say, the way I lost my 2 front teeth when I was a kid,
Oh, yeah.
I was one of those kids that was missing my front teeth for like 2 whole years because I knocked them out before they were supposed to fall out.
Oh,
You know
no.
this story, right?
Yeah, I do know the story.
Fucking this is would have been on this Instagram 100%. I would have earned my spot in the Kids Getting Hurt Hall of Fame.
And you would have wore it proudly, I'm sure.
Later,
Yeah.
So we had one of those houses where we had a 2-story house that I lived in for a little while when I was a kid, and the bottom floor had like living room, dining room by the front door, and then a long kitchen. So you could run like all the way around in a circle. It was like a big, like a track for me some days if I was hopped up on enough Mountain Dew. And so I used to do this thing where I would get a pillow and I would like run. I can't believe they let me do this so many times before it fucking was a problem. But I would run all the way around through the living room, through the dining room, and then I would get to the kitchen and I would run as hard as I could and dive on this pillow like the kid in the fucking slide video. And I call it the Superman game, and I would like Superman across the tile floor in the kitchen.
That sounds very much like a kid thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking fun.
Sounds like fun.
Almost every time I did it. And then this one time I just dove for the pillow and fully missed the pillow, and the front of my face just went just right on the tile floor.
Ooh.
And knocked one of my teeth completely out, like fucking skittled across the fucking floor.
Oof.
And this is where it gets gross. Trigger warning, everybody. Get ready to be triggered. My other tooth, the right one, was dangling by a nerve.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
and so my parents put
I
me in the
hate that.
back seat, and they're like rushing me to like the emergency room or dentist or whatever. And this is true. My mom's in the back seat with me trying to shove the tooth back in because she went to dental school and knows that works. And so she's like trying to like shove it back in. And I ended up getting in my first fight ever because I went to, I think it was daycare. I don't even think I was old enough to be in like real school. If I was, it was like kindergarten. I go to school and this kid starts making fun of me for having a missing tooth because I have the left one is gone.
What?
But they got the right one back in. Like they made, because it was still kind of connected. They like got it back in, whatever, at the doctor. And
Wait,
so
what? Sorry to focus on maybe not the important part here, but why save the baby? It's going to come out anyway. Why
it
not
wasn't ready yet. Like it was way too early for that tooth to come out.
Is that going to disrupt the growth of your?
I'm not a fucking dentist.
Yeah, but that's what I
Kyle.
mean.
I don't know why.
All
but
right.
So they wanted me to only be missing one tooth, like no one was going to notice. I don't know. But anyway, I get to keep the one tooth for a few days, and then I go to kindergarten or daycare or whatever, and this kid's making fun of me, like, haha, you're missing a tooth. And I got
Kids. So
I got like
stupid.
in a fight with him. He swings on, like, I think he like pushed me or I fell, something happened, and it knocked the second tooth out. And I know this sounds crazy, but I have the wildest like early memory of this a little bit because I remember thinking my mom and dad worked really hard to save the other tooth. Like I was pissed not just because I'd lost the second tooth, but because I was like, my parents are going to be mad at me because I already fucked up by messing this face up. But they saved one. And now this fucking kid knocked it out of my face. And so the other fucking tooth skittles across the ground. And I punched this kid in the face so hard that he like fell down and didn't get up. I don't remember if he like got knocked out, but he was like just.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you knocked one of his teeth out too. Just
that would have been, yeah.
a tooth for a tooth.
Yeah, toot for tat. That would have been good.
Tooth for tat.
But it was, no, that was my first fight I ever got in. I only ever got in another one and I lost the second one. So I consider that my best fight. And yeah, and then I was like,
I mean,
years. I want to say I had like 2 or 3 years, multiple school pictures with me smiling like this. Because I had no 2 front teeth for years.
That's cute.
It was like a notable feature of my face. So like, oh yeah, the kid with no front teeth. That's probably why I'm a fucking comedian.
that jump
I
started
spend
it.
half my childhood with no fucking teeth in my face.
You know what's weird is I can remember a decent amount of like teeth falling out or being pulled.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I can't conjure up in my mind a time when I like was missing my front teeth.
Yeah,
Like
this
that
sucks.
Like that seems like something that should stick with you. And for some
Fucking
reason
embarrassing.
I can't even think of it.
I want to say 3 school pictures, I think.
Dang.
At least 2. I think 3 school pictures. You can go back and see me being like, just like not smiling with my teeth at all because I was so embarrassed.
Well,
Do
I
you
also-
remember losing your teeth, babe? Like, do you have any good, like, lost your tooth or like, well, you grew up in Calabasas, so they probably gave you like $100 every time one fell out, right?
Did you guys have any interesting ways of like everybody has kind of their own method of pulling out a tooth? Did you have any interesting ways to do that?
I always thought it was funny on TV when they would like close a door that it was tied to your tooth.
Yeah, I actually did one of the one or 2 teeth that way.
I've
So
never
stupid.
done anything like that.
It
Did you
worked.
always have these teeth? Were you born? These are the teeth you were born with? They're gorgeous.
No, but I don't remember like any memories of like missing teeth in weird places.
Do Koreans do the tooth fairy thing?
Yeah.
How much you get? Come on, how much you get? It folded, didn't jingle
Probably
jingle.
$20.
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding? That's
tooth?
crazy money.
A tooth, like
$20
$20 per
a
tooth.
Tooth?
Wow.
My story is the first one that fell out.
I don't remember.
The whole deal was like 50 cents. And I came home one day after I had gotten my first tooth and I got 50 cents and I went to school and some other kid had gotten $5. And I told my mom and my mom was like, fuck. Now I got to give this kid $5 because he's going to think the tooth fairy
Yeah,
doesn't like him as much or whatever.
Aw.
So she very like 90s trophied me a $5 bill. $20? I'm asking your parents about that. That's crazy money.
Maybe 10. I don't know. Like,
Per tooth.
I don't know what this says about my childhood, babe, but like I've been asked in the past, like in college and definitely my adulthood of what kind of memories do you have from your childhood? And I can't pinpoint, like we've talked about this, like I can't pinpoint certain things.
Is it because your parents chloroformed you to sleep every night? They're like, she won't go to bed. There we go. And memory's gone.
No, just like the biggest moments of my childhood is definitely the choir that I still think about
That you still
and
have
have
nightmares about.
over.
Jesus
Very good
Christ.
and bad memories, but obviously like there were some bad ones that like still stick with me.
Yeah.
And like church was a huge part of my upbringing. And like Halloween was not celebrated in my family
Because it's like
because like
Satan
we just
stuff?
went to the carnivals at my church. Like that was so normal.
You celebrated the fall.
You call them harvest festivals?
There you go.
I'm not going to say what it was called, but
It
Why
wasn't-
not? What was it
wasn't
called?
that?
no.
We call because I did the same thing. We
Christ's early birthday.
No, it was Hollyween. I've told you this.
I would remember that. Hollyween.
Like they would like try to make it punny and like whatever. I don't like to think about it because it's sad. Like I didn't really get to trick or treat. Like that wasn't my childhood. So there are
sucks.
these memories where like I can't pinpoint like when I lost my tooth or like I don't know. I just remember my middle school years being super fucking awkward. I had braces and glasses. I just looked like the biggest fucking nerd.
Yeah, but you paid your dues. Look how hot you are now. That's not so bad. Wow, look at all those diamonds on your hand and you're super hot. Wow, it didn't really turn out good for you.
No, but like middle school, I was very shy. I kept to the same like 4 people in my circle. Didn't really socialize. Like I was just really fucking awkward. And like that's why
You think you
Dylan's
suppressed your elementary school years? You don't remember anything from elementary school? Like anything significant at all? You have like no...
I mean, I loved my teachers. I still talk about them.
I think. Are you
You're
just
the
saying
least
like
broken person I think I've ever met.
I mean,
Are you doing like milestone kind of things?
I broke
Just don't
my
really-
arm. I broke my teeth. My parents got divorced. I remember some serious trauma. And she's like, that's pretty good. My teachers were nice. God
I mean,
damn.
my grandpa passed away when I was
Thank you.
5.
Right.
But even that memory is so vague
5 is early.
because I didn't really know what death was.
That's before elementary school too. That's like 6, 5 years.
5, 6 is first grade.
Yeah.
And I my family didn't really explain what that meant. So
Oh my God.
that's another component. But like, I don't know. I was at my grandpa's funeral. It was an open casket, which is pretty traditional in the Korean culture.
Right.
And it's also tradition for all of us to line up in the front and like everyone there give
White
their
people do that shit too.
condolences. And
First funeral I went to was like that.
I just had a vague memory of just standing there and like, I don't get this. Like,
Yeah.
which is like,
Well, that's okay. I don't think you're supposed to like really wrap your brain around death. Like, remember when we
Yeah.
played Am I the Asshole? And it was
sure.
like, I woke up and I was afraid I was in a coffin or something. We're like, I hope it's not a kid.
Yeah.
Like, kids aren't supposed to be thinking about death.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. But like, that was definitely one of the more, like, I remember that
Like, you have a
happening
strong memory
young.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well, thanks for bringing some darkness, babe, because I was a little worried.
but like I said, like I can't pinpoint a lot of things, which I don't know is good or bad.
I don't know either. I
It's
don't
hard
know.
to tell.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with any of that. Because I'm curious if there is some shit that if someone told you the story, you'd be like, what? I don't even remember that. And they're like, oh yeah, you're on your bike and you like ate shit and took you to the hospital and it was fucked up. And
I did eat shit on a bike one time,
Thank
but it
you.
wasn't enough to go to the hospital.
oh,
Like
never
it
mind.
was just enough where I was like fucked up,
right.
but I didn't have to like
No concussion, you know, not
No,
bleeding or anything
nothing
like
like
that.
that.
You just didn't ride your bike hard enough is the problem.
No scars or anything. I've got a couple of scars from some bike wrecks on my elbows.
We've been off for a little while. Pardon me. We've been off for a little while. It's been a minute since we did the show. Welcome back for those of you tuning in to We Are New. Our last episode with Francisco was a lot of fun.
It was.
I hated the way I looked in it so much that I spent the entire month of October on a diet and sober. Because I was like, my face is getting fat. I'm getting fat. Go back and watch, everybody. It's on the internet. I look atrocious. My jawline has been deleted as if someone photoshopped it away. And so I've spent, and we're about to wrap it up because today's the fucking 30th. I spent all of October, no booze, no weed, super low carb, almost no sugar, like refined sugar. So I need any ice cream, no
Yeah.
snacks or treats.
Very proud of you, babe. That's difficult,
Thank you.
especially being around me.
Yeah, because you did not do that.
Any one of those things is pretty difficult. For most
Thank
people.
you. I appreciate it. It has been, and I got asked by you and some other people that I've talked to about this, like, do you feel better? No, I don't. I look better.
I think it takes till the second or third month to really.
And it's a shame I won't be getting there because
That's fine,
doing
but
that.
it's already impressive that you did it for a whole month. Like that's fucking tough.
I couldn't have done it if it hadn't been for this summer and the inadvertent
Sure.
break from weed smoking that I did because I thought I was dying.
Yeah.
That I realized I was like, oh, well, I'll be okay. And I've been working like crazy, which I didn't even mean to go this hard on it, but I've been working really hard on my other podcast at the Elephants, which brought to you by At the Elephants, my other podcast where I talk to graduates and faculty and guests of University of North Carolina School of the Arts.
It's so fun. I highly recommend it. I know I'm a little biased, but
you also didn't go
I'm
there.
such a fan. Yeah,
so I'm glad
and
that you
I
enjoy it.
And I love that, like, I had a conservatory experience also, very different from yours. But, like, I just love hearing people's journeys, like, what they end up doing after they graduate in such a specialized college.
The cool thing about that show, and I was talking to my guest that we had over yesterday about it, when I started the show, I was talking to people in their 20s mostly.
Sure.
Definitely some older people, but most of the people I were talking to were in their mid to late 20s. Now I'm talking to a lot of people that are in their early 30s.
It's different.
It's a totally different conversation 10 years out of a school like that.
Yeah.
Which, it's a conservatory. I talk to film students, drama students, dance, design and production, music, all the different majors. And it's a school where it's, if you don't know what conservatory means, if you're watching this, it ain't no fucking liberal arts program where you have like 3 classes a week and some homework and then you go get stoned in the quad and shit like that. And I'm not talking shit if you went to a liberal arts school and you had it was a lot, great. But most of the people I talked to, that wasn't their experience. Going to a conservatory is like being, it's like having a job in film or having a job in TV or Wall Street. Some of these jobs where it's like 60 hours a week, 70, 80 hours a week worth of class, then homework. And so it's a really intense program. And when you go to a school like that, they really teach you about how your success is going to be kind of directly tied to how hard you're willing to work. And when everyone's getting out of that school and they're in their 20s, and I'm sure yours is the same way, they're all like, fucking hustle, go, 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 go. They taught me how to go, go, go.
Yeah.
And then you talk to some people who've been out of that school for like 10 years, and a lot of them are like, it turns out there's more to life than just fucking go, go, go for that one thing all the time. And some of these people, it's not like all these people have given up or quit.
Sure.
They're still working hard in the job, but they're like, maybe they started a relationship, got married, had some kids, and they're like, it's okay to have a life outside of acting and filmmaking and all this stuff. And hearing these stories from this new angle, and I'm going to be talking to a wide array of people. I'm putting out 2 episodes of that show a week right now. So I definitely recommend it. Hit up that show. So that's been a lot of my time that I've been occupied with. When we left you in the last few episodes of this show, you were kind of ramping up into your second to last term of grad school. And now we're in the denouement. We're kind of you're past the worst of it, right?
Yeah, the worst of it, but then the last of it is finals.
Right. You got some big tests and stuff coming up.
Yeah, but I'm tired. Like, part of us taking a break is I love doing this show.
Right.
I have so much fun doing this with you and Uncle Kyle, but like, I know I look tired. I sound tired.
You don't look tired right now.
That's good.
But you did say, like, when you've been talking to people on the phone, like just the first hello, people are like, are you okay?
Yeah. Like, that says something, right? And like, but I feel like when I show up for my clients, like they don't feel that energy, which is great.
Yeah, that's good.
It's something that, I'm hyper aware of. But I've been like at my internship for almost 7 months. November's like the last of it, which I'm like kind of in denial of because I love it. And I need to take a break. I know that, but also I hate goodbyes. So
you
that's
gotta
something
tell all
I
these
struggle
clients
with.
they gotta go get help somewhere else. And
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing that, but now it's like the month is here. So don't love that.
Since December of last year, you've had 2 weeks off. Basically, you had 1 week where we had to go get married. So that wasn't like a stress-free vacation. I mean, you did get to take a break and it was fun, but we're like
if you've ever had a wedding, it's not exactly chill.
Yeah.
We were all there for that. And that was, its own thing. And we definitely had a good time. We've talked about it on the show before. We had a good time. We did the bachelor party and all that stuff. It was fun, but it was intense. It wasn't like a week on the couch.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy. And then you worked all the way through the summer. We did do one quick like trip to Palm Desert, which we did an episode about that. But
Very nice.
That's really all you've had to decompress from this insane program, like all year. In a lot of colleges, they give you the summer off and you chose not to go that route and condense it.
Yeah, when people are like, how's your summer break? I'm like, what break?
Yeah.
Like, I'm crawling to winter break.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, I have to keep in mind, I started this program in the summer.
Right.
So I didn't know what it would be like, starting in the winter.
To sprint.
Winter to winter. So it's been a quite the ride.
For sure.
Very excited for my break.
We had a lot of fun stuff planned to help you decompress.
A lot of fun stuff planned. But we get to start it off by celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
Less than a month away from right now.
Yes. Which is so wild.
I know, crazy, right, Kyle?
That's crazy.
We've been married for 11 months. And, if you haven't seen the show before or you haven't seen all the episodes, we eloped last year in secret.
Yes.
And went to Las Vegas and got married. And for a number of reasons, we wanted the privacy because we really liked the idea of at least a version of our wedding that was just for us because we're kind of private people like that, despite putting all our shit on the internet. And
afterwards.
Yeah. And we didn't, we don't want to wait also. And then also because we knew we were getting married in Colorado, we were like, we don't really want to add the stress of getting legally married in the state of Colorado. I mean, we've definitely talked about living there at some point, but we were like, we have to go downtown and get a license.
It was another thing.
It was like, we
about.
already have enough.
Yeah.
We only have a week there. Half of the week, I'm going to be doing the bachelor thing. So we're like, we don't want to add also having to do that. And do the paperwork and stuff. So we'll like, that'll be out of the way.
Right.
So we went
Best
and eloped.
decision.
It was so good. It was the best call. And we had such a fucking blast last year for the Thanksgiving break when we went and got married.
Yeah, it's so fun because we we posted like a photo dump of Las Vegas and it was so fun.
Everyone knew we were there.
Yeah, but like the outfit we wore to get married, I was kind of paranoid because I had a white dress on. That looked nothing like a wedding dress.
Right, but it was a white dress.
I think it'd be fun to post the photo of like you with the the cloth ring that was on your finger that we had to crop.
Yeah. So when we got, and I don't know if we even talked about this last year.
I don't think we told anyone.
So when we got, we just didn't think about it in my head.
Yeah.
So we're running around Vegas trying to get like outfits we want to wear for the
morning
wedding.
of.
So we just didn't think about it. And we were like, let's go, we'll get something there. And I had thought to myself, like before we went, and there was like about a month and a half when we knew that when we went to Vegas, we were going to do it. And I told you were like, what are you going to wear? And I was like, I think I want to get like a really, like a cheesy Vegas suit, like just like lobby of the hotel. Like you walk around in that suit and people are like, did you get that in Las Vegas? I didn't end up getting something quite so cheesy. It was actually kind of a nice suit. I still have it and I really like it. But it's red, which I would not have gotten married in a red suit, like properly. So it was definitely, it was Vegas, and I think I wore a t-shirt underneath.
A black t-shirt.
Yeah, and so
it is a nice suit. I'll back you up on that.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
And it's when I bought it, I thought about you. I was like, Kyle would fucking.
Yeah, well, I remember like the day you came back, you're like, do you got to see the suit?
Yeah, I was literally like, if this,
like the jacket.
If I never wore it again, or I grew out of it, or something like that, and you could fit it, I would definitely give it to you because it would look great on you.
Thank you.
So. Yeah, we're running around. We get the suit and you get the dress and we're getting that stuff. And we're like, oh shit, we need a ring. Because I'm not going to put the wedding band on you early.
Right.
Like, because that's for April.
Right.
And so we're like, all right, well, let's go get you a different ring so I can put it on you for the ceremony.
it didn't occur to me that I've got to fucking have one too. We didn't think about it. So we got married at the Paris Hotel. We get there. They like stayed late to marry us. No one's in the whole chapel area but the lady who works the desk and our 130-year-old minister who
love him.
Erickson was like, it's cool that you got Dr. Fauci to do your wedding, because he's like in a mask and he kind of looks like Fauci's brother or something. He's this old dude. Vaughn. Thanks, Vaughn.
Yes, we love you, Vaughn.
He was the best. And so they were like, all right, you have a ring? And we showed him the one that we went and got. Just kind of it's not cheesy, but it's like a small little heart-shaped ring.
This one.
Yeah.
I wear it on my right hand.
Right. So we got that for you at, where did we go?
Pandora.
And so, but we just didn't think to get me anything. And then we get to the Paris Hotel and like, you got a ring for her? And I'm like, yeah, and ring for you. And I was like,
Oh, shit.
no, we don't have anything. We didn't even have this yet.
Yeah.
We got this later. So I was like, I can't even, and I'm not going to start wearing a wedding ring. People are going to know we got married.
And everything was closed.
Yeah. It was too late.
Yeah.
It was like, what are we going to do? So they literally get a piece of ribbon.
Which we still have.
Yeah. They get a piece of ribbon that they had like lying around for something and like tie it around my ring finger in a bow. And she like puts that on
That's what I put on his finger in our ceremony.
And then we went to take pictures right after and we had Vaughn and the desk lady. I can't remember.
Our witness.
I cannot remember her name, but
she's on our marriage certificate.
Yeah, she's. I
was going to say you might want to learn
She's an
that
Asian
name.
lady.
Yeah, I don't remember her name, and it does not feel crucial to me. And there's no way she watches this, but she was taking our pictures and stuff. We're like, oh shit, I've got to hide. So we've got pictures of me with like my arm over here, or I've got my arm over her, and then we had to crop out my hand. So
we should post that. That'd be fun.
We'll find it. It was a fucking blast. We had a really good time. And so for our anniversary, we're going to go back. And then in December, we have 2 really fucking exciting trips planned.
Yes, we're going to New York.
We're coming to New York. If you're watching this and you live there and you're our friend, we're going to be throwing like a karaoke party as kind of like a, hey, everyone who couldn't make the karaoke party at our wedding thing, come to this.
We're doing all the super cute Christmas in New York festivities.
Which we love. We fucking love Christmas in New York so much. And I've been there for Christmas 3 times, like over like times in my life when I was there for Christmas.
I've been there once, maybe twice.
You've done it once?
Yeah, like we went as a family in high school, I think.
Yeah, my first we went there for Christmas with my mom, and that was the first time I ever went to New York.
It was
and
like
then,
December break, winter break.
Yeah, same. And then later I moved to New York in high school, was there for that Christmas. And then again for the, after I moved there again after college. And
we both lived there, but we've never been there together.
Right.
Which is so exciting.
So that's going to be fun. Early December for that. And then for New Year's, we're going to Hawaii. We're going to go to, which we got to get tickets for it soon because I'm sure they're already on sale. If we don't get it, this whole trip's fucked. We are going to go see Bill Maher's Maui stand-up show on New Year's Eve, which is something I've wanted to do for a long time.
Hell yeah.
And, you know, they didn't do it, I think just 1 year. Like 2020 into 2021 is the one time he didn't do it in the last, like, I think he's been doing it for like 8 or 10 years, something like that.
We saw him just casually walking by
last year when we were in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there to get married. We like walked by Bill Maher and we're
Wait,
like, oh,
seriously?
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah, inside Caesar's Palace. Like,
yeah.
Where all the Venetian shops are.
Yeah.
And then just over a year later, I didn't go see his show. That's awesome.
Yeah. It was really cool. And I didn't even really catch him. I only ended up seeing like the back of his head because we like kind of walked by him and I wasn't really paying attention. I was drinking.
Yeah, I noticed.
And she was like, I think that was Bill Maher. And I turned my head and I see like his profile on the back of his head and his like silver hair. And I was like, for sure that's Bill Maher. And I've seen him before because I've seen him on the lot of CBS when I used to work there for another show. And so it was our studio is like right across the little fake streets they have over there from his studio where he shoots real time. And so I've seen him like from a distance a couple times. But yeah, that was great. And we're big fans of him. We watch Real Time most weeks. And he's been talking about doing the stand-up show. And I've never seen him do stand-up. And I've never seen Real Time either. So I've never actually watched him perform. If you know me, I have my own like Bill Maher style show that I did for a little while. I've always been a fan of his. So yeah, pretty exciting break coming up. We'll get to actually get a little vacation. My break won't be quite as long as yours because I've got TV shows to make.
Right.
But we'll work around it, and we'll definitely be off the whole week of like Christmas into New Year's and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
So thanks for sticking with us. Sorry, it's been a little bit of a dry spell. I was thinking about, I think this is episode 24. I think we'll probably we'll get another couple episodes out this year for sure.
But it's almost been a year of doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
The anniversary for this is coming up too.
Well, and not even close to an anniversary yet for We Are New, because remember the first like 5 episodes we did were called Rob and Candy's Holiday Podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say it started
we
out.
had no name.
It started out as the holiday
that was
podcast.
cute.
So yeah, those of you who are still sticking with us, sorry we're not going to make 52 episodes this year. We'll see what happens next year, but we've had a lot going on, and this has been a really fun show to do. So I think we'll try to get to 25, maybe 26 by the end of the year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I love making this show.
It's super fun.
Yeah,
me too.
It's one of my favorite things. Kyle, I mean, we don't have time to do like a super long episode today, but did you have a quick Reddit game for us or something that we want to do?
Yeah, I thought since we're just kind of just doing a quick little fun check-in, we can go with a classic and just let's check out some Am I the Asshole posts.
Let's go.
All right.
One of my favorite things.
It's just the gift that keeps on giving.
Can I make a quick comment, by the way, about Halloween? Because this is going to come out after
please.
Halloween.
Yes.
We're recording
Let's
this the
talk
day
about
before
it.
Halloween, but I'm sure it'll be out probably like November, like 4th or 5th or something. But every year I see adults get excited about Halloween, and I'm like, I don't want to be the one who shits on anybody's happiness. If you like a thing, great, good for you. I love Christmas. We do Christmas from like before
November 1st.
November 1st usually. And we're gonna start Christmas in a few days. And we're going to do it all the way through, probably like Valentine's Day or something.
Yeah, because who doesn't want to see little Genie in Christmas PJs?
Oh, yeah. No, we love it. We love Christmas. And so I totally understand the people who are like, oh, my God, it's too early for Christmas music. Fuck you. No, it's not. But for me, I've just always thought about Halloween as like a kid's thing. It's like a kid's thing. It's like, and one of my favorite stand-up bits is Lewis Black, because he's like, Halloween is for children because little kids, they want to dress up every day.
Mm-hmm.
They want to
be a princess.
Yeah, be a princess, whatever.
Astronaut.
And he's like, when you're an adult, you can be Batman whenever you want to. You want to be Batman tomorrow? Fucking be
adult.
Batman. Yeah. He's like, but with kids, we have to be like, you can't be fucking Batman every day. There's one day a year you can be Batman. And the rest of the day, the rest of the year, just go to school. And but then it's like you get older and it's like, and it's like adults are excited. What are you excited about? Candy? Like, come on, you could just go buy a bag of candy. Like, there's no one stopping you. Yeah. And I feel this way every year when it's like people start posting like early October. They're like, spooky season, my favorite time of year. And I'm like, I don't know what it says about you that you're so into Halloween. Whatever, it's fine. I also don't like horror movies. Yeah. It's that season.
It's not our vibe, babe. That's okay.
Yeah,
but
not your vibe.
Then, like the weekend before Halloween, leading up to Halloween, I start seeing all the ladies and gentlemen in their slutty costumes, and I'm like, we should keep doing Halloween as adults. This is good. This is the redeeming fact. I forget
but
every
also,
year.
Like,
everyone's getting. I'm like, you can't wear a corset all year because we'd call you a slut. But on Halloween, get your animal ears and your corsets and your fucking shirtless guys sprayed down with Pam with your fucking pecs out with the bow tie.
It just makes me think of Mean Girls. Every time.
Let's party.
I don't understand the notion of like Halloween is on a Monday this year.
Yeah.
And we had this past weekend to have the Halloween festivities, but why was it starting from like 2 weekends ago?
It seems like
I don't get that.
3 weekends in a row, we've seen kids on the street in costumes.
Yeah.
We've seen people going to parties on like the 18th of
Yeah,
October.
like, I don't fucking get that.
And here's another thing. My favorite part about Halloween are the slutty costumes. And it seems like last weekend, everybody was like, I'm Doug from Nickelodeon. Like, no, you know, like, no.
Like Goofy.
Yeah, just like fun. Get out of here. If you're an adult
And you're not dressing slutty.
and you're not dressing slutty, at least one of the weekends, I don't know what are we doing?
I mean, I will say, babe, if I ever participate in this adult Halloween
When
world,
was the last time you got dressed up for Halloween?
like college, I guess,
Yeah.
undergrad.
Like early 20s?
Yeah. I will be wearing a onesie.
Yeah?
Like,
Will you wear
Like a
lingerie
unicorn
under the
onesie?
onesie for me?
we'll talk about it.
Okay. Can you tell me
But
right
like, I will be the onesie girl, like fully in pajamas
now? Right.
at this Halloween party I don't want to be at.
Sounds fun, babe. Let's go.
But I will say, I do love the dog parents who dress their dogs up in
There have been two
costumes.
different ones, one in LA and one in New York that I saw, and I'm sure there's a lot of other ones where they had like a parade or they had like a little festival.
We need to look into that for
of
next
dressed up
year.
dogs?
Yeah.
Aw.
I know it's common in New York, but I didn't know they had one in LA. I'm
Very
sure it's
creative.
in
A
WeHo
little
or
puppy
something.
parade.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's play Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
What's the sitch, Uncle Kyle?
I just wanted to say too that I kind of agree with the adults doing Halloween thing.
Like you agree with them doing it?
No, just that it's like why are we making such a big deal out of it?
Right.
Mm.
But I also had a period of like the only times that I've ever dressed up like dressed up in costumes for Halloween was as an adult.
You didn't? Oh, because you grew up
because
Christian.
I grew up Christian and I grew up in like a very
Mm.
like Christian house. It got better
I'll
as
never get
as we
that.
got older, but we didn't like we never
Why
went trick
can't
or
you
treating.
be Batman because you're Christian? That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. But so we would do harvest festivals at the church, but we didn't really like dress up for that. It would just be there would be like little booths with games you could play and they'd give
But
you
you
candy and
couldn't
stuff,
dress
but,
up
like,
at school because that was a huge thing.
No, I actually like I remember one year my parents like made me bring a note to school to say that I'm not participating in the Halloween activities.
Bro,
Like,
that is fucking bullshit.
That's
They-
next level sad.
They
That
weren't
is
like
so
that
sad.
They weren't like that for very long. This was like first.
What
or
are you
second
for
grade.
Halloween? I'm
But
Kyle.
but it was literally me and this like one other Jehovah's Witness kid.
Oh my god!
And he
sitting-
at least had a pamphlet. He was dressed up like
That's
his
not-
dad.
At least like for him it was
that's
like
not a South Park episode.
No,
like
100%.
I don't know what would be.
but like for him it's like I
And
don't
he's
celebrate
Kyle.
any holiday at all. So fine, he gets a
Aw.
pass. Me, it was like just this one thing I'm not allowed. I just had to sit and like not participate in all of this, and
Dude,
I didn't
that's
really
sad.
get it. And I like, yeah, it was a
My
whole.
family's Christian, but my parents weren't enough to like. My parents weren't, but my extended
Yeah,
family was all
sure.
really Christian. But
Yeah.
my extended Christian
wouldn't
family
take
was like, it's
Halloween away.
Halloween. It's fucking fun.
Yeah, but again, they lightened up as I got older. But
My
like, I
God.
do have that memory of like just not participating in that kind of stuff. And then so when I was like an adult and I moved to Reno and lived in Reno and we had these they would do a bar crawl every Halloween. So I did that like
that's fun.
2 maybe 3 years I think in a row.
I'll give you all
and that
the
was
way
a
up.
lot of fun.
I'll give you all the way up to like 25 that it's fun. Like
Yeah.
I went to fucking art school. People had weird, cool fun with their costumes. A lot of people were hot. So we had a lot of great slutty stuff going on. It was a blast to go to Halloween parties.
That's your kind
in
of Halloween
college.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, you probably can't see it on the set, but I'll show it sometime. I don't think this was a Halloween costume, but we did a lot of costume parties in college. And one year we did a theme party where our class was supposed to come as, the theme was America's Next Top Model. I was
Okay.
so pissed because I was like, I'm the fucking funny guy.
everyone in my class is like super fucking hot. And they're all like, awesome. This is my chance to like spray myself down with Pam and wear a bra, whatever. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not hot enough to be dressed like a fucking model. This is stupid.
I mean, hindsight is 2020, but you could have like dressed up as one of the judges and just like gone around and judged all of the people.
I beat the shit out of that. You know what I did, Kyle?
Okay. Yeah,
I dressed up like a model airplane. So I built a cardboard airplane out of and I gave myself a propeller hat. I had wings and I had like a fuselage body.
Okay.
Please find a photo of this.
I'll see if I can, but I still have a piece of the outfit because that Falcon Man thing that's up on the wall, and I'll see if I can like take a picture and put it in or whatever. But my buddy John Bowers, his dad was also like a Navy pilot. And so I was like, dude, you got to help me decorate the fuselage.
Cool.
Because we spray painted it all white and it was just simple. But he, like, Falcon Man was like a inside joke at school.
Yeah.
And so he was like, oh yeah, we got to make it your call sign. So he like put the Falcon Man thing with a big star on the side of my outfit.
I didn't know this story, actually.
And you know what, dude? It was not well received.
Oh no.
No. It wasn't
I thought it was
clever.
gonna kill.
You'd fucking think so. It was really clever.
Were they like, I don't get this?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was half the people. The
Yeah.
other half the people were like, that's not the theme.
Yeah.
It was next top model. Like we're supposed to. I'm like, I'm not hot like you, 6-pack. Give me a fucking break. Oh my God. And I was just like fly around the fucking.
But I love how you just still found the humor in that.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's great.
That's why
I'm
I
gonna
love
be
you.
silly about it. And there was like, even the like, you know, maybe not like smoke show hot people in the class still were like, I'm gonna wear a bow tie and pants and that's it. And I'm gonna just go with it. And I was like, no. I used to be fat. I got big stretch marks on the side of my body. I'm not confident to like walk around with my shirt off at a party. I do not think I'm an ugly dude. I think I'm a good looking person, but I'm not, I don't look like a model. And these other people who are showing up to the party from my class are fucking 9s and 10s. I was like, I'm not doing this. This is embarrassing. I'm going to be the one in the first. I'm going to be like the William Hung of this competition. They're like, haha, nice try. No. You're cut. You're eliminated from the competition. I'm like, I'm not going through this. And I didn't even know how to dress up. Like, what am I didn't even know, like, they're judges. I'd never seen the show before. It wasn't my vibe.
I also don't love that theme.
The terrible theme.
It's it is a terrible theme.
Other people picked it for our class because everybody was hot, and they'll be like, this will be great. They'll really get into showing us how hot they are.
And
they did.
There's no variety to it. Like,
variety enough. They all just put on fucking like Euphoria style makeup and went in like fucking lingerie like it was Halloween. And don't get me wrong, I appreciated that was the theme.
Sure.
For everybody else.
For everybody else, yeah.
But I was, and then people would be, I showed up in my big goofy cardboard costume and everyone's like, what is this? I'm like, I'm America's Next Top Model airplane.
Well, you know what,
like,
man?
I think, man.
Yeah. I think you own that and you made it your own, and I think you killed it. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Well, I'm surrounding myself with people who get me, which is important. Kyle, am I the asshole?
Would you like to hear
Please do.
A little scenario here? Okay.
Scenario.
Okay. Am I the asshole for showing my twin sister's OnlyFans to our parents?
Yes.
Whoa, that's
Ooh.
Yeah, no context. I don't care the context.
Immediately. All right.
Dude,
Candy?
outing your parents on that you're on OnlyFans if you're not trying to tell them, and twin sister? Gross, dude. What are you doing looking at that? And then you sent it to them? No, fuck you. That guy sucks. Or girl. Oh, is it a girl? That's it doesn't change. She's an asshole too, but I just like
okay.
That is interesting. Like if it's a guy, if it's a fraternal twin,
right.
Or if it's a girl who looks just like the OnlyFans girl, and
I
she's
just
like,
think it's disturbing.
Tell my sister to take this down. Everyone thinks it's me.
I love how hot you came into this.
I think it's disturbing, and I can't see a scenario where they're not the asshole.
Where the sister like narking her sister.
Yeah.
No way. Her sister.
How are they? How is?
How is that controversial?
Yeah, can we hear the story?
Yeah, let's hear more.
Okay,
but
yeah. All
that's person sucks.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right.
It's messed up.
Well, me and my identical twin sister, both of them 18, have always had a tumultuous and competitive relationship. We've always fought over everything, guys, clothes, friends, etc. But our relationship came to a halt a few weeks ago when a mutual...
Halt?
Yeah, I guess. When a mutual guy friend of ours sent me a link to an OnlyFans profile with an attached message that said, "This you?" ? Confused, I clicked on the link and was shocked to discover that the profile belonged to my twin sister. The profile was very clearly a scantily clad image of her, and the username was my nickname that literally everyone in my life uses.
What?
Ooh, okay, that's
Little-
fucked up.
It's still-
a
that's
little different.
still-
Okay.
Okay, is there more?
So I asked our friend about it, and he told me that he discovered the profile through Twitter and then subscribed to the profile, which that's a whole other thing.
Of course.
Which included dozens of videos of her doing this is ... spicy things, to say the least, solo and with and with partners, all of which
Nice.
with her face showing. I was floored, and in a fit of rage, showed the profile to her parents. She's, I mean, literally anyone who saw that profile knows us, or that knows us, would immediately assume that it's me, considering she's
Right.
basically going by my name.
Right.
So our parents forced her to delete the profile, and she hasn't spoken to me since, claiming that I not only ruined her main source of income, but also betrayed her trust. However, I think she betrayed my trust first by going by my nickname.
Ooh, yeah.
They're both
that's-
assholes.
That's
Ooh.
They're both assholes. 100%. I am sorry, and we've had different opinions about this, and it's a cultural thing. When you turn 18, which they did on the same day, when you turn 18, you are on your own. Your parents are not there to save the day. Sort that shit out with your sister. It's fucked up what she did. She shouldn't have used your name. That's the only thing you have to do. Go to your sister and be like, hey, do whatever you want, but stop using mine. Like, use
this
your own
is
fucking
literally
name.
Phoebe and Ursula and Friends.
Yes. That dude, it's exactly
shit,
that.
yeah,
Because
it
she starts
is.
doing porn as Phoebe.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks she's a porn
And she's
star.
out and about, just like
Getting called
getting
out for being a porn
looks.
star, getting autographs.
it's literally that.
Yeah, it is. And it is fucked up. And she should use her own goddamn name, because she's clearly trying to like not sully her own reputation and make the money at the same time. First of all, OnlyFans sister owes her own sister a cut of the profits.
Yeah, 100%.
that's true.
Second of all, man, fucking tattletale shit is never cool. I don't care. Her parents forced her to delete it. How? How do you force an 18-year-old to do anything? That's no.
With
fuck that shit.
one simple sentence. I don't agree with it, but I guarantee this was said. If you live under my roof, you live under my rules.
Bye.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'll change the fucking OnlyFans name to my own name. Use that money to go get myself an apartment. I'm 18 years old. No way. I would never.
That was a twist, though.
That
I
is a
was
twist.
Not expecting that.
That is a good twist.
I thought you guys would like that one.
That's a good one. And because here's the thing. I just think when it comes to your sex life and what's going on with it, like who you fuck or who you're whatever, or if you're doing porn or if you do it, whatever, that is like almost like, I don't want to compare it to this. Maybe it's not fair, but that is a very personal sexual thing, and your personal sexual life. And when you bring that to your family is your choice. That's like telling your parents you're gay.
Yeah.
You don't out someone to your parents and be like, hey, by the way, brother's gay. And you're like, whoa, what? That was his choice to do that when he wants. Like, no, 100% not. You should have handled it on your own. Go to her, demand some of the money, and say she needs to change the fucking nickname, and then you're good. That's a twin problem. It's a drag that a person out there who looks just like you wants to do porn and you don't. And so as a result, there is kind of porn out there with you in it without you wanting it there. But she's a
what
person.
a weird situation.
Yeah.
She's a person. It's her right to want to do OnlyFans and do whatever the fuck she wants. The only thing the OnlyFans girl did wrong was using the wrong fucking name. And that seems kind of nefarious that she didn't just make up. She could have just made up a name.
Mm-hmm.
But it almost
Yeah,
seems
it
like I know
sounds
everyone wants to fuck
vindictive.
my sister, so I'm going to go by her name to get extra followers or something.
No, it sounds vindictive.
It sounds-
especially if
they're both
like,
asshles. I
competitive.
stick to that.
I
They're
feel
both
like it was
assholes.
probably her thought might have been,
It's
if somebody that
intentional.
we know finds this, at least they'll think it was her and not me.
Yeah, it was just fucked up. It was
No, yeah, no,
it
it's-
was
it's-
intentional.
it's
Like she clearly
Truly
thought.
fucked up.
Yeah, she thought it about that exact situation.
Yeah.
So wow, that's
And clearly it worked because
what
one
a
of their
plot
friends found it.
twist. Good job, Uncle Kyle.
That's a really good one.
I was like,
It's
how is this not an asshole
I
situation?
know. I
Well,
was
and it
like,
is-
I'm going to let you guys.
I still
yeah.
don't think it's debatable. It's a good twist that turns out that the
they're
person on the
both
other
assholes.
side of
Yeah.
it also sucks and is not just a victim in the situation. But the girl an 18-year-old who rats out their other 18-year-old sibling to their parents is an asshole. They would have to do something far more atrocious. Like, look, they killed a guy and they asked me to help him bury the body and I can't live with this. I'm telling mom.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, okay. That's fucked up. Like if it's really
Sure.
atrocious. But if I had a twin and they like robbed a bank, I wouldn't tell my fucking parents about it. No way. Fucking twins, dude. You guys, I don't care if you don't even like each other.
Yeah.
My sister and I do not get along. I did not spend our childhood ratting her out to my mom. Never. And she did all kinds of fucked up shit. And I kept her secret because we're fucking siblings and we're in this shit together.
Yeah.
And she was wrong and I like my mom. And I still didn't rat her out.
yeah.
You don't rat out your siblings. You don't rat out your family. My sister ratted out my mom to the police at one point and made it a big fucking problem in our family. And I remember, and my mom did something wrong. She ratted her out about something that my mom should not have done. It was not okay. But you don't rat out your family.
Yeah.
I don't know if I watched too many mafia movies or what,
Yes.
but man,
Snitches get stitches, man.
100%. 100%. Fuck that chick, dude. And also, who wants to talk to their parents about your siblings' sex shit?
Yeah, that's an awkward that is an awkward conversation no matter what way you look at it.
Gross, dude.
It's just weird. That's awful.
Yeah, that was a really good one and kind of appropriate for the slutty Halloween preface.
Yeah,
that I gave it.
I thought it all kind of tied together.
100%. Did you end up getting the OnlyFans? Oh, she turned it off. Never mind.
I didn't. I really doubt that the sister that ratted her other sister out was going to post the link. So
Oh, that's a really good point.
yeah,
too.
I
Why would she?
Yeah.
I don't
That'd
think
be next level, man.
yeah,
On Reddit.
Yeah, that'd be just that
on
would
Reddit.
that would
Yeah,
be.
no, I didn't think about it before. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't available.
No,
that's
I
all.
mean, the
I'm also not totally convinced that she's off.
just
that
just
yeah,
make
that she
another one.
actually deleted.
She'll just make a
yeah.
fake name and
Yeah.
Just making it,
Maybe
cancel
put
it,
on a
fine,
mask or
spend
something.
it,
I don't
know.
spend
She's
a
making
week
money,
and
yeah.
restart it and just change the name.
that's
That's the
something I don't want to
answer.
spend more brain power on. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, I won't
And
lie.
no shame on the guy. The guy who subscribed
yeah.
and sent it to the twin did the right thing. He's the least asshole of the whole story.
Yeah, what a
100%.
ballsy move too, to just like send the link to the person that you know.
If I was subscribed to an OnlyFans and she had a twin sister and I knew that, if it was like Tiffany and Stephanie and Tiffany's the one with the OnlyFans, but she's going by like Stephanie baby, I'd be like, Steph, is this you or is this your fucking sister?
Yeah.
And then Stephanie's like, that's fucking Tiffany. What the fuck?
What
I'd be
the
like,
fuck? Yeah.
yeah. See, that guy's not family.
yeah,
Rat the bitch out.
Right, right.
She's doing fucked up shit. That's okay. That's not your fucking family.
Download the pictures and videos first, and
Yeah,
then
no, save it all.
and
No, 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 save it all,
be
save
like,
it
hey,
all.
just so you know that
All
your
right,
sister's
guys,
doing this.
it's been a great episode.
Back it up.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
We are new.
We are new.
Vibing and thriving. I'm excited now.
Yo, you watched a whole episode of We Are New, the best podcast with viewers in the double digits. I hope you enjoyed it. There's more episodes and clips available for you in these locations. So please
please click on them and watch them. Maybe you want to know more about us. Maybe you want to feel like you're our friends. Well, we're very selective about our friends in real life, but you can feel like you're our friend if you watch more of our content. Thank you.